while, but I've been busy with work and whatnot. But I wanted to do a video of my jib, crane, or whatever you want to call it. I don't have that much space in my garage, so having the tripods all over, I was tripping over them. And so I made this jib here, and I put it on a track that goes along it's 8 feet, and it goes along the whole roof ceiling. And I could pretty much access every part of my garage from this. And I'm getting a camcorder that I'm going to mount. I'm going to make a lower mount because this actually doesn't go very low. So I'm actually probably going to extend it another foot down and then put some sort of ball base on it. But right now, I mean, it works pretty good. It's pretty balanced. I got this big old hokey wrench on here right now because I don't really know what kind of weight. So I have like a nice mammoth China crescent wrench as a weight, but that's how I made it. It's skateboard trucks. I got those off Amazon. I think they were, shoot, $10 for both of them. And then I bought those wheels. Those wheels were like $6 a piece, so that was probably the most expensive part. I had all the aluminum. I made this little pivot. It's bushing, and it glides really smooth. This is 4 feet. The jib's 4 feet, so it goes pretty smooth. The only thing is it makes kind of a lot of noise. That's the only drawback so far. But I had to make it out of steel because I couldn't, you know, it's got to be able to support its weight unless I put some supports in between. And that was what I could use. So the steel kind of resonates a little bit. So when I slide it fast, it makes a lot of noise. But it slides nice and smooth. And this is nice and smooth. You know, and right now it's actually balanced pretty good, but obviously I don't have a camera on it. And I'll be able to go a little lower once I get my weights on there because the wrench is sticking out. This is, you know, prototype stages. But I couldn't find an 8-foot length that was actually affordable because they're pretty expensive. Sliders are pretty expensive. I found, you know, some 4-footers, and they were, you know, the China ones on Amazon, they were, you know, over $100. This thing only cost me about $50 to build, and it's 8 feet. So it does what I want because I can actually get over this table and this table for sure. I can, you know, do overhead work or whatnot. And it's nice because I can, you know, access this whole area, can access everywhere in here. So that's how that's going. And what's nice is when I'm not using it, it's out of the way. Slide it all the way down here, and it's out of my way, and I won't bump into it at all. I'm also doing lighting in here because I did have these 8-foot fluorescents, but they have these little 4-footer LEDs at Costco for $20. So I bought 3 of those. I'm going to put another one down there and then 2 more along here. And those will actually throw off a better light. I think a more even light. And should be a little brighter in here. This guy's coming along. But I'm going to do a separate video on that. The people that are interested in that, if they are interested, are not going to be interested in this. So anyway, just wanted to do a little video on that. I thought it was cool. As far as the jib, you know, it's pretty much made the same as any other jib on YouTube. There's a ton of them, they make them. Mine's actually all bushings. Let's see if I can show you. Mine's all bushings. You can see them in there. So it's like super smooth. You know, I could adjust the tension with this, which I might do once I get more weight on it, so it'll stop a little more even. But I didn't just want to put a bolt through the aluminum because it will wear. I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but it will wear. And I had the bushings left over from one of my Halloween props, so I went ahead and used them just to make it more smooth. I mean, the bolts, and there's no slop at all in this. I mean, it's as stiff as it's going to get.
That's what she said.
And still be able to move it. You know, I mean, there's a little bit of wobble. Let's see. You can see a little bit of wobble in that's the wrench making noise, but there's a little bit of flex. So I could put a brace in the middle, but I'm still trying to figure out if I could do something different with the slides, because if actually the good half-inch PVC is actually a really good size. It fits in those wheels, but it's just too flexible. So I don't know. I probably won't change it, but once I get my other lights, I'll have them all wired up to the switch, and I'll get rid of these pull strings, because you know, that way I can just have them all on a switch. But I'm still going to leave this 8-foot in here so I can turn that one on separate, and then these will be separate. I don't want them all on all the time. But yeah, that's my camera jig and slide, and I hope to be making some more stuff like that, just because I'm cheap and stuff's expensive. Photography is like a terrible it's a terrible hobby to get into if you're cheap. I'm learning that real fast. I mean, I knew it, but now I really know it. So I don't know, check that. And if you came here just to check out that and you're interested in props and stuff, I'm making this kind of stuff. This is all, you know, mechanical stuff. Check out my other videos. Give me a little like, subscribe, you know, check them out. You know, I don't know, what the heck, right? Anyway, thanks a lot.